today we are going to play Ethiopia, um, which is actually one of the country with quite a bit of content. Some of it is exceptionally strong as well, but the start is rather weak. 11.69 base tax. We will be losing about 10 a monthly from day one. It will require some fiddling to get the economy going, and the economy will not really be growing in size for almost the first 30 years until we have one town in the south here. Until then, yeah. So let's get into it. So there's quite a few things to check once you're in the game because yeah, it's bad. Like this is not a very functional country right now. First off, your cultures are an absolute mess. It's one of the worst area in the game for culture, and religions. Religion is also quite messy, but it's that part is not critical. As for the RGOs, you are both insanely blessed and insanely fucking cursed. Um, yeah, so you do have a bit of copper. So copper is actually quite fine. You have some iron here in the north, and you have a lake here. So for iron, you're not blessed, but you're fine. Um, as for tin, the only tin there is in this part of Africa is here. There's two locations. There is absolutely no silver or lead. The closest lead is here in Arabia, and there is not much else. Like there's no lead. In here there's also no lead or no silver. Silver and lead don't exist around here at all, and they are rather crucial for to scale your economy later on. So you will have probably to snipe this. Um, Other than that, yeah, the food is actually rather good. You have quite a bit of food. Uh, the north, Aksum market doesn't have really lumber. Like the only lumber there is somewhere around here, and it's all low market access. And because the market access is so bad around here, and the resources around here are actually quite important, many of them, we will be making a new market in Barara, which means the only way to get lumber in Aksum will be to make lumber mills. So yeah, that's the first thing we will do. Create a new market in Barara. Barara is also what I consider to be the better capital for Ethiopia. I have played it quite a few times now. First off, there is a lot of gold around here, and you are on a river, and you're rather close to get onto the other river here. It's only a jump of one, while if we stayed here in Ankober, it's more. See, there, you would have to go at least through two provinces, while here you're already on the river, so you can get the gold extremely fast. Here, like, yeah, better proximity. It's also a better proximity with this gold mine here. A much better, actually. Like this, the way the proximity goes from... Oh, it doesn't even want to show, but yeah, it does a jump here and then to Barara, which means that the proximity here is just non-existent. And that's rather important, and you also have copper here. So Barara is the better capital, definitely. That's where we will make our first town as well. It has the population, wheat is not that good for our geo, so it's absolutely perfect. As for the rest, we probably will put the initial first governor in Aksum, but that's going to be in a long time because there's no roads in our country at all, I think. Yeah, we have not a single road. Our development is tragic, and we don't have the economy to sustain any of those forts, except one that we will keep in Aksum since it's one of our larger city. It's on a mountain, so very defensible. and we keep nothing else. So already we fixed a big chunk of our economy with just deleting all of this and turning the forts on the lowest maintenance. Next up, yeah, we will pay for the court right away. One of the things, yeah, your hair is absolutely terrible, and bad statted characters are more likely to have bad statted childrens. So one of the first thing we will do is actually change our succession laws. Um, how we will do that is here in the government. You can change the succession laws here. So we will completely gut our legitimacy right away. Favored son and material non-exclusives are the best. Material non-exclusive is generally better, but issue with this one can be the if you want to keep your dynasty, especially if your dynasty has events. It says it's only going to be your dynasty that inherit, but that's not actually true. If your ruler end up being a woman, if you're not married to a lowborn or a noble, there is actually good chances that your kids won't be at your dynasty and they will still be in the succession line. There's also possibility sometimes that a noble character, that one of your crown characters become a noble character, in which case it usually doesn't inherit with matrilineal non-exclusive in my experience. So it's actually better overall, yes, but there is some pains with it, so I tend to prefer taking favored son. So that's what I'm going to take right now. As for the gov reforms, we will get one for free soon, by the way, which is exceptionally strong. And the first two are free, so we pick them anyway. And it will randomly replace one of those two. It's the itinerant court of Ethiopia, something like that, which give like 20 proximity cost and prosperity like this one here. So yeah, that's a lot of info. To know, we will just set all our estate to pay us at the start, just because we are this poor that we can't really afford to not have the clergy pay to try and have better research. The other thing, because we're in Africa, our unique advances for capital in Africa are actually insanely good, so we can raid enemies for slave, which enables slavery for us, which someone else will not. So we are Christians with slave raids. Proximity speed insane, especially with how bad our region is for the terrain. So we need every little soft proximity we can. Legitimacy. So we'll pay less legitimacy overall. And culture cap is absolutely needed with as bad of an area as we have here. By here, we will probably be in the second age, but the first stage advance, there's too many that are important. So we can't really skip right away. Institution growth, monthly legitimacy here, and pop conversion speed we can pick up maybe a bit later, even though it's extremely important. Maximum RGO size is absolutely needed, cost of purchasing food as well. So after this, we'll be looking at the second age advances to get them. As for our own content, by the way, we can see our own unique advances here as Ethiopia. We already start with rather good conversion speed, but we need more because, like I said, the region is tragic. The most important one is actually in age 3, a permanent capital, which will help us deal with the terrain a lot. Yeah, the other ones, like, they are good. We have our special unit and all, but the other ones are not as critical. And to be fair, age 6 is basically useless. Most people won't play until there, and it's not. Age 6 needs some work, it's not good. I've played there on 3 campaigns now. It feels terrible to play in. The Kawa, by the way, they are just heavy infantry that takes all of the attrition and that are better in the plateaus and mountains. They have no penalty for any terrain as well, and they good for are good for movement, loose terrain. They take half the attrition, and they take less strength damage. But most heavy infantry in most stage have this bonus here. So the laws, we don't have any silver, so there is no way we use anything but gold. We will trade it. I don't like both of those. I don't know if they are actually good, I just don't like them. We will not use this action right now. One of the reason is here the Afar culture hates us, and we will have to convert all of the Afar. So we will make Afar subjects, then we will use them to improve opinion so that the conversion is a bit faster into... Yeah, it will convert a bit faster into Amara. And we'll do the same later with the Somalis and Nubians, because Alodia always wins here. So yeah, Sudanese, Arabs, and all this stuff will all be wiped out by that time, because we won't be expanding there that fast unless there is amazing opportunities. So I will accept a cow because we have quite a few pops of this. I will accept Gourange because we will also annex quite a few things from that one, and it's not expensive. And later I'll do Gonga Integrania. This I actually will de-accept probably. Right now my stability is too low, so I won't be doing that. I'll set my slider at about 20%, just so it recovers a bit faster. Because the religion is tragic, we will convert religion with 2 members, and we will convert culture with 1 cabinet member here. Yes. So this is going to be the setup. Just because you can see here, that's really not good, and we kind of need to get rid of as many Afar as we can in culture. It's hurting our culture capacity already, so... And it will be the same with Somalis. We will use subject to convert most of those. Here, next thing is, actually, we don't have integration here or here. This one we don't release immediately, because we need to keep the border with Tankali to be able to make the CB on it, in my experience. Otherwise you lose your Casus Belli. Their ability to make a humiliate rival, Casus Belli, or destroy enemy, I mean. This we release just so we have a subject to integrate it all. It's also like hurting our crown power right now, and we are not getting money from this gold anyway. The subject will get gold from that. We'll get money from that gold and then pay us, and it's just better. It will be the second subject we had annexed. Custom subject we release here. Fiefdoms are just much better in vassals. They stick to their cultures and all when you force them to change. We won't be doing this here because actually the culture there is kind of good to accept, since I don't remember why. Yeah, just because the other vassal next to it also has it. So now we want our subjects to generally have about 4 locations. More than that is just going to be longer to annex, especially early on. Most will just be basically 1 state. We'll not pay for full diplo maintenance yet, but it will be something we do soon. We will cancel both our tributaries because they are not loyal, and when they remain your tributary, they can attack your vassals without without fighting you. So it's needed we automate trade. generals and admirals for now, as well as destroy state buildings. So this saves us some of the more painful things to macro. We remove the army maintenance. We will always spawn with either 2 cav stack or 1 infantry stack. One or the other. So this is going to be our sliders. When we unpause in not long, we will rival IFAT, Alkali, Dobea, and Nara. We make a spy network. Dankali is probably going to be decked on by IFAT before we can fight them. Hopefully they don't get full annexed. If they do get full annexed, then we'll have to fight IFAT to go there. Or maybe sometime also Dobea attacks after IFAT and just full annex them. Whatever happens, we'll see how it goes. We cannot make the spy network here right now. And we will use the parliament claim on Dobea, most likely. So money is losing, but it's not too bad. We just need to rush over 50 legitimacy as soon as possible. I think we did everything. Yeah, we did everything that we needed for the unpause. I'll move the speed up a bit. I deleted all of our... No, we didn't. The other one we are paying here for Orkawa Barak. So, Kawa Barak, we will close the building for now. Because it's about 1 a month we pay on this. Yeah, so we can't afford that yet. We don't care that we lose our manpower, not like we could use it much anyway. We keep this army right now just because it's making the war easier, but we let it decay. It's not even a Kawa, so it's not really worth to keep it strong. We will probably delete it later to replace it with Kawa, and that's about it. Now we are ready to unpause. We're improving opinion with this subject first because they hate us, and they will be the first one we integrate because it's close. Second one will be Oromia here, and then Dawaro. Dawaro, I forget. As soon as we did our first 2 wars, we will force culture on them. There's not much to do because we're way too poor. Yeah, we can't yet. We will allow slave conversion. Yes. Yes, still no diplomats. Surely, let's pay a bit more. This should not happen. It's only 1% per month. It would be extremely unlucky to happen this early. We are already dead, that's why I didn't bother with a marriage or anything. And there is no one to reach. I won't be marrying a lowborn until I have 55 here. So that's why I'm keeping full maintenance for cost of the courts right now. I will lower it later once that's done. And then we will stagger giving privileges to our estates because we are not max taxing them. This spy network is going to be extremely slow because the Somali culture actually is stronger than ours. While Dankali, their culture, I forgot what it is not that strong. Afar. This option I actually just like taking the stability. I don't think there's bad events from taking this guy. And to be fair, he's fairly good, he can be used. So I just like taking the stability. Oh, what is? No, 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 we don't want to grant that privilege. We cannot afford to pay 200. We just slowly lose money. We can't really build because we need to keep that money for now. Our economy is just staying right where it is, and it will stay around there for most of the first 30 years. We are missing masonry. Masonry is the one that we will absolutely need to build to keep or to crash our prices, especially to build this. Glass will probably go up in price. I suspect that we will need to build at least one, maybe two market villages and lock their production on sand to glass to be able to use this. Now our economy is crashing back, but we have Barrera market, so we have actual access here. Yeah, both sides are fine access, and this will give us access also a bit more to the gold here. Not that much though, but it gives access for subject to the gold here, which was like 0% with Taksun market. This is extremely good to have happen. By the way, I know that there is a lot of good stuff to colonize here. 2 gold, we cannot afford that right now. We would need to build weapons as well. We don't even have the money to start building weapons. And now we cut back on the cost of court, so we stop bleeding money. And once that's done, marry a lowborn. She has good stats, so kids are more likely to be good. Yes. We'll grant the development. One of the things, Ethiopia is in critical need of development because development controls what goods and how much of every goods your population want. We need our population to want luxury goods, so we make more money from those, and we want them to want a lot of them. Right now, under 20, they don't demand any luxury good, except maybe jewelry, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we need the urban development. The other one, build cost is a good one to grant, or more tax efficiency. Monthly to innovative actually is extremely needed. Yeah, we will do this. We are not building yet. We'll grant the other one to the burger later. We cannot grant anymore because that would make our estates disloyal. We unlocked our proximity speed, it's going to help us a bit. I always take the administrative perk, they tend to just be better, although in this case it just changed literally nothing. It's a bit useless. we are actually getting, they have not decked on it yet. So that is in fact a rather good game. The problem is this game they didn't rival us back, right? My rivals. They didn't rival me back. So I don't have the Casus Belli on them. That's unfortunate. That's extremely unfortunate. I will have to use the... I will have to use the... I want to stop making this. Then it's losing me diplomat for no reason. And I will start improving opinion here already. Yeah, we will have to use the parliament claim here on Dankali. So Dobea will be conquered later, but that's fine because Dobea is actually Tigrinya culture, which is from our culture group and extremely cheap to accept. And they are also the right religion. So Dobea existing for longer by itself is actually kind of good. It's not, it doesn't actually hurt us. Unlike the Afars getting more. So we focus on this one then. If that, unless they get destroyed by Adjuran, but Adjuran usually when they kill them they just take this part here. So having this is already good enough for now. That's bad, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, because we're an empire. Since we are not getting the war on Tankali like we usually would, I will actually already release Ineara here as a fiefdom. I will not force culture and their timing. Ineara is here. I will not enforce culture on them until they have fully incorporated everything here, so that they actually incorporate it faster. They won't do everything. Those two are not the right culture. Yeah, Tigrinya. So until they have those two incorporated, I'm not switching culture, then I'm switching culture, and it will be better to integrate those two. And Kober, this doesn't quite matter. We are only using it for the Casus Belli on Dankali. I will move my troops already. I will pay for them in advance. And here on the military, I will go on levies. I will change this automatically. I don't remember, there was a way to change where they group. Yeah, okay, that's, I need to be at war to change that, to select the rally point, I think. Wrong time of the year as well. We are stuck in the winter in the mountains. The sport in parliament doesn't matter right now. We never intended to pass this one. We just wait for a bit of morale. We choose the Casus Belli, we declare. Then we go to our military tab. I put auto raise. Yeah, I don't. I should not have put auto raise to be able to change the where they group up. I don't like trade monopolies, by the way, because burger trade. So You do not get the money for burger trade, but you pay the maintenance for it. So burger trade is actually bad, and right now they are kind of loyal. I don't care about it. I need it revoked. It's just better for us. Regular should win, right? Yeah. Just much higher morale even if they were not fully full. We are going to get in a large amount of space here. This is actually helping us quite a bit. It's also depopulating those areas here, which will make them easier to convert. Then I just wait for the full occupation. They will accept the peace. I just want the slaves. I have everything I could ever want. Take everything, all the money. From this I will release new subjects. I will release this one first because I will give them one location here. So this one has less location to convert and integrate. It will just be a little faster. Seed location. Now I create the two others. And done. Smaller subjects. Then I will release this as another separate soul subject, or just take Dobea as they are. We are going right back to our capital. Since we killed a rival, we can rival someone else. Yes, we are not getting a casus belli because they are not a threat. We can make a casus belli now. Destroy enemy. Best we can do early on. We would have destroy enemy on Inara here. So I will start making the spy network, and we just clean up this area first. We don't go north much unless we have very good opportunities, because Alodia is a hell of a lot stronger than we are. And to be fair, the kingdoms of the north are quite a bit stronger. There's just a Juran here that is a threat. Everyone else is a joke. But Alodia is stronger than us, and Alodia, by the way, is the easier way to play Ethiopia. You just kill Bazin early on, then you go right into Ethiopia and you kill it. You can full annex Ethiopia in one war, and once that's done, you can just switch culture, form Ethiopia yourself, and you're better Ethiopia. But Alodia doesn't have their own content yet, and you could miss on early events. We didn't get it yet, though the earlier events that are actually crucial to get. This, we don't need centralization or conciliatory right now, and we could use the money, so we take the money. Missing weapons in Aksum. I don't care if it stays where it is in Lalibia, so I will just keep it there. gotten even more tragic than it was. Let's cut a bit more on the cost of pork. Yeah, that's the cost of food. We actually cannot afford food right now. The loyalty of estates went up. Who are we not max taxing yet? Our burgers are not yet max taxed, and our bars or peasants. Peasants actually don't pay us much no matter what right now. Development is likely much too low for them to consume or anything. So we will focus on our burgers. This is actually good as well, but we don't have gold yet, so we will go with the build cost right now. Or the trade capacity, but no, we don't have enough trade for this to be actually worth. We are already max taxing the nobles, right? No, we are not. So we could grant a privilege to the noble. We have some crown power. We have a son. Let's star him just so we keep track that he exists. Don't forget about him. Give me money. We'll build the sugar here. No, okay, they already, our estates upgraded this already. And we are building a road to Zikwala. I don't know which direct fits between those two. Probably. So with that money, we will check what we have actually. Aksum would make profit, quite a bit of profit, if we build cloth there. Weapons not quite yet. Masons. Yeah, masons are actually huge right now. We'll spend on this. It will also, this is running out of masonry, yeah? Yes, it is. Yeah, so masonry will allow this road to actually be built in a reasonable time. And it will allow our burgers to build more roads, which we absolutely want. It will make the roads cheaper. Yeah, we really need to get 20 dev in most areas. For higher goods like marble is only consumed at 40 or above. One day war in a subject. I don't yet, I'm not used to talking alone, so I don't speak much right now in between. I might also just edit it so that only the parts where I'm talking or things are happening are in the video. So right here, military is honestly acceptable. Like, it does the job fine enough, especially because of this with our situation, and cav power is also good. In multiplayer, military can actually be viable. The cav power is actually really crucial, but Ethiopia cannot actually afford horses. So yeah, the only one that would matter in MP is this, and also I think there is... Isn't there like... don't know. Maybe it's H2 that has levy compatibility, right? No, levy combat efficiency. It's here. So this, when you cannot afford an army, like those three are useful in this one. Everything else is this is useful specifically for Ethiopia. On the other end, everything in here is good for Ethiopia. Like max literacy you actually need, you're completely illiterate, empiricism doesn't matter. Like, okay, there's one that is used. Yes, this is good. This is extremely good because if you cannot afford regulars, at least then you get to have some mercs. Some more mercs. Proximity speed is, I would argue, is absolutely needed. And diplomatic is useless. So we go admin. In most stages, diplomatic is useless, while military is fine and admin is almost always the better one. Like I said, H2 and we are barely researching this, but we will still wait. We can already, since we are waiting on the Hezbollah, is this purchase military access, accept? We can actually start queuing this up, right? Those that will be very, very important is the proximity cost here. We will rush this, as well as the other diplomatic annexation cost. Then we go straight away for the city building cost. We are not converting in Barra. Yes, we are. I made a mistake. We'll take this. Then we'll look at it later for the rest. These are the crucial advances. Oh my god. Just before we go, this is kind of bad for us. I will raise the maintenance because we can go next month. Alright, this is what I was saying. Absolutely crucial event. It can fire like 1 year in though, with shallow liquid missile though. Local audiences, 20% proximity speed and 0.10 proximity. This is 10% proximity equilibrium. By the way, that is massive. It says it will remove autocracy, doesn't always remove the one it says. Let's see which one it changes. Yeah, it changed the other one. The tooltip does not work, it lies. Lying tooltip. We want to move along here to be able to grab as much as we can by ourselves. I do not want it to be grabbed by Durant, which is already a strong guy here. Should get me stuck here. Move on first. Perfect. Grab more than this in this war. Durand got too much just before us. I'm just waiting for the slaves. And now, subjects go for the case. This, I will take all the money I can and some maps. Just maps. So now we see more and more here. Oh, that was a weird one. We don't select anything here, we won't keep the coastline. Because vassals right now are way too overpowered. To be fair, I think the base integration should be a little faster without cabinets, so it's not completely useless. Or at least that your integration is more like a scaling modifier. You don't get nothing all in nothing. Like once you have a core, it's plus 20, right? And when it is conquered, it is minus 10. But if it scaled from minus 10 to at least integrated, which is plus 5 slowly, depending on how much it is integrated, I think it would be better. But right now you just need vassals all the time, not otherwise. Then we make all the vassals. So we have our 2 first wards done. We don't need this guy to be disloyal right now. So we will enforce culture on Dawaro. We got our army back to Barara. Soon we'll be able to pay for food. Yeah, our economy is just crashing by itself. But those vassals are all going to start paying us. Since we have a bit of money, let's look what we can build. It says charcoal will actually lose money, but it's actually good to build one somewhere around here. And same for lumber. Yeah, a lumber mill here. Wait a second. Yeah, a lumber mill here, so that we can make coal. Once we can make charcoal, we will change our production method on weapons here, and then we'll probably be about ready to colonize, since it will get cheaper. And we are slowly going to start having a bit of money, even though our tax base is not going up, because the vassals are getting better. Yeah, about this, we'll build a spy network on the newly formed Somalia. We'll have a few wars to do against Somalia. And the culture is strong, so it's long. That's a good trait. The only stats that really matter, especially in single player, is admin. Diplomatic, yes, it's good for your vassal. Military, it's a joke. Military is a joke because you can just roll over all the AI. In multiplayer, because you're against other player, military can matter, since it makes your troops stronger. The army morale, so that can be a difference maker in multiplayer. But yeah, in single player it's so unneeded. You don't even notice it. Like, they can't really buff the military stat, by the way, just because then in multiplayer having a good military leader against a bad one, ruler I mean, would just become a slaughter fest really fast, since it's already quite a bit of morale. Like, this guy only has 41 and it's already plus 4.10. Yeah, we will have to pay a bit for food, probably. This is one that starve a lot, and this is one. Those two provinces tend to starve a lot. I where European Syria is. Oh, there is no food here at all. Yeah, there is if I conquer this, but it's not shared. What I'll do is I'll upgrade the wheat here. No, it's too expensive. I can't do that. I would have to have the expand farm cabinet agenda or something. So among the thing, like Ethiopia basically has one of, if not the best, aside from like China, the Qing China with the confederation and stuff, they probably have the best proximity cost stacking in the game. I think it's even above Muscovy. And to be fair, it's basically like Muscovy, an extremely weak start with some stronger neighbors like Alodia, and actually Ajuran starts stronger than you, but you don't immediately border them, and they don't usually go for you. And by now I'm stronger than them, even though they have a bit more troops. I have regulars, so I will beat them anyway. Yeah, you start poor. The better resources are all just outside you, like uncolonized. So Muscovy basically has to kill Perm to be able to colonize on the good resources. We don't, but unlike Muscovy, we don't even have the money to colonize, nor the production to colonize. Orland, even worse than Muscovy. In development, it's really tragic. We have a bunch of unintegrated land like Russia does, and we have to basically vassal swarm to even be viable. Otherwise, like, there is not much to do. And most of our real money is basically the vassals and a bit of trade. We are overproducing food in some areas, underproducing in other. But right now, we got slaves. So, this right here is actually a good thing that this vassal rebelled. It's beneficial to us because we can raid him for slaves. More slave, more better. See, 900 slave. And now I think we can white piece him just by walking onto where? Here. Yeah, white piece. That was like a war that lasted a few days. Got us 900 slaves. And now we already have the claim on them, right? Yeah, I forgot to remove this. I could start improving with other subjects. Actually, I need to. What is integrated, by the way? Nothing is integrated for anyone, right? Any new? Yeah. Dobea. Because it's subject integrated stuff, we will enforce culture. Hopefully they revolt, and one of the things that can happen when they revolt, one of their neighbors could come to help. So that could be an opportunity for us to grab Dobea. But now they are culturally enforced. They are going to convert those two, which is really good for us. And it's also weakening the Afar culture. It's weakening the cultural tradition because they just lost a country and influence. And then it's boosting us a bit more. And we'll do this with all of those subjects first. Wait for them to slowly get loyal. And we benefit. One of the things we can do actually is remove the auto maintenance on this. Our subject will just win the war for us. We don't even need to make the payment ammo. because that's hurting our economy a bit. Pay a bit and help the subjects. Again, that's actually a bit good for us. This is of Kawa, but keeping that infantry most likely. So now we are cheaper, and there is no big war anymore to do. Several troops are starting winter. Fund farming estates. Perfection. Now we are probably able to upgrade the food. It's not too expensive. We cut back a bit further on the cost of court. Actually, what else can I do? Pay for my own game. I will cut on the cost of food. I don't need my levies unless a few subjects were to rebel. I just need to catch the line. It's fine for the stability. It's cheap. Let's take a bit less gold for more maps, and 2 smaller vassals is better than 1. I'm pretty sure that is also easy. And now we wait for this one to lose. That's 1 war 1. Becomes a subject. Max money. More maps. Slowly we're starting to see more and more of Europe. We have good stuff if we see Portugal also. This is probably going to be some of the vassals there next early, so I'll improve opinion with them as well already. I'm going to start paying max for court, diplomatic I mean. Again, Vietnam, this much money, we adjust the money after this. Ethiopia is also going to be one of the early subject to annex. This is converting good, this is not yet. My spy got caught in Somalia, it's fine. There is no need to actually expand fast. It just feels good. We don't care about the literacy yet, we need our stability up. We are going to give another privilege probably to the peasants this time. No, we can give one more to the workers, and this time it will be this year. We will get gold soon and we can mint a bit more. So now we should loyalties above 50%, which means we are max taxing them now. So next up we work on our peasants. Like I said, Afar pop. Now we improved with them. Afar is no longer hostile to us as a culture, which means it's now half the cost as it was for the toleration that we have on it. It's just freed up a lot of our cap here. I will do Conga because I have this one here that is not integrated and not a chord, and both of those are Conga. So we just accepted Conga, which has all of this here. And it's fine to be a little over the culture cap, it really doesn't do much. So long as you're not too high above. The religion here should start to be looking good. Yeah, once we have Miaphysite majority, we don't really need more. No laborers employed, but it is employing, right? Yes, it is. So this is good. We'll build one charcoal here. We will subsidize charcoal. We're doing this just to split, like there is already no laborers available here, so we just put it here. In the same, usually you want to produce as much for a production chain in one province because there is a production efficiency bonus. We are about to be able to annex our first subject. We'll keep it at around 4 disloyal subjects at all times. So they should revolt from time to time. Yeah, they will revolt from time to time, and that will give us free slaves. It will allow us to take money as well as maps from them in most cases if they don't have a fort like this guy. To be fair, we could even siege that, but I just didn't want earlier to do that. This guy will actually turn out quite good. It looks like it. Oh, what I forgot. Yeah, let's not marry this one to the good static. One of our less stupid brothers, like this. So now they are all married, we can keep more crown character. I could also have gone to the tab people here, characters, using filters, crown, available marriage. If we had stability, like our language power is tragic. It would be a little better with Ethiopic, but not much. It would upgrade to about 2%. By the way, this is not quite true because it doesn't count our population right now. Since anyway, it's not quite relevant at this point in time. Measles. Next thing is when this subject is at 150, we start integrating. This is fine to upgrade. It is running a very slight deficit, so we are paying a bit in subsidies. But it's completely fine. Soon we'll probably be able to afford food as well. This is employing, so that will be one stateless too. We will have to play a bit still, but not much. LB is actually producing. Yeah, okay, so the nobles are upgrading it. We don't care if the nobles are disloyal a bit from time to time. So this state is the issue with food long term. Until we conquer this. Let's pay for food a bit. I just don't want it to fall for no reason. We'll change the production. Oh, it already changed by itself. That's our vassal. He will deal with it himself. Should peace out. It's just annoying that I'm not the war leader. Something they actually need to fix. Nothing. Okay, so this one is integrated. The Kalia. I will enforce culture already on them, just to keep weakening FR. Those two now have an independence movement. Hopefully they revolt again. So long as they declare independence, yeah, those three. I get to slave raid. And take their money. $157, we start annexing this one. So we can also stop improving with it. And this one should have, yeah, fully integrated as well. So next up, he's ready to be annexed. I stopped improving with this one when he declared independence earlier. What? So we can change our cabinet action right now. The two converting ones, yeah. We don't need to care about that anymore. What about the culture? We will keep the culture conversion on here. What is their military stats? We will keep the one here to convert, I think. Yeah, since they are still kind of close to 50% and it's going to be the future capital. We'll just put this one, strengthen government, to get this up as soon as possible. It will be annexed. The Black Death is probably close. Yeah, this close it. The Black Death usually doesn't kill much in Ethiopia. You don't need to take any of the actions. Oh, I'm paying way too much for food. Let them starve a bit. So long as they don't overstarve. Shortage of beer and paper apparently. Our research is absolutely tragic. Let's see if we unlocked. There's Belay and those. No. I will start working as fine to work on Somalia again. So 3 disloyal one means I can enforce on them new. Enforcement dues. How close is it to be full court? 99.79. So enter next month should have it integrated. Yep. And for sculpture, we are slowly making the ball roll. We have still not really grown our economy. Even then, we will still hit about 100 base tax by 1400, and by like 1420 we'll be at like 200. It's going to snowball extremely fast once things start going. I'm wondering if it might be worth to conquer in here a bit. They don't have alliances with anyone, and they have what's missing of this state, so it stops buying all the food all the time. Like if I just have this, once I integrate them, and like they are right culture, the Ephesites. So I'm going to use my parliament just for a claim again. And in this case here, I will disable the levies. Get my minions. Passing. We'll start paying for food again so that the population doesn't just randomly decline too much. It's winter, so our troops are not able to move through this. Our allies. That's why most of them are not moving. Now as spring comes, they are starting to move. We are not capped on our prestige. This is going to be a What about our brothers? Those kids? He has a boy. 2 girls. 2 boys. Damn. He has really good stats for 2 years old. Oh, no. How much are we paying for the cost of the port? Some. It's really good looking right now here. Yeah, we keep bringing it down. So this is fully iron. Yep, and this is producing surplus of weapon. We can now start a colony. It's running out of weapons, right? Yeah, we'll need a third weapon after. So now we have to turn it down because it doesn't turn itself down. And we'll need to make a third one here. We got the money from the vassal, which is perfect for that. And this is when we start using this guy to convert here. Because it's Muslim. Damn. Do I have one non-crown? Yes. But allow it to actually go to the guy. Yeah, it's going to speed up things. If you have none, cash, maps. I said earlier, like, the Sudanese are just on the way out slowly. Nubian is overtaking everywhere. That's always like this. Taju tends to survive a bit more, but usually Alonia will eventually kill Manchuria and then Dadu. I'm already building this. We will build more. Pretty sure masons still make money if we build them. Yeah. 2 masons. They should make a bit of money. This way we should have a full reduction on masonry for this. We already would, but if the estates are building some things that take some, we will keep the lowered cost. Food is only bound in one state. Some other states buy a bit, but it's because they don't have a reserve right now. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Tigray is still running out of food heavily during winter, and so is last stop. But their economy is slowly growing to be able to accommodate it. Both because subjects are starting to pay more, and just it's getting a bit more efficient. The trade income went up even though the money didn't go up much, the base tax. Now that we have stability, our ability to tax might have rose a bit. Yeah, so we'll work on our peasants, Gabar. I don't want to grant this, because I don't want the clergy to be have a lower equilibrium. This is good, there's only benefit to this one. And we will also just make sure we never tax the clergy ever again now. And then we'll start granting them stuff. And this is good, but it's not necessarily ideal. This is good, doesn't increase them too much. This is perfect, and this is also perfect. Efficiency of cabinet is crucial. Communalism is extremely good. You want as much of that as possible, usually. We'll go for the religious council first. This is perfect. I will pay for my army this time. So the guy with the fort didn't rebel. Slaves. Give me slaves. No trade monopolies. No way. Terrible privilege. Who's the war leader? Enderta. So I will piece this one out first. Give me money. They don't have maps I don't have. But they can give me prestige as well. Yemen joined, so they won't accept anything but a white piece, right? Yeah. I don't want to fight Yemen uselessly. I'm not paying. Oh my god, they unrivaled me, I cannot. Oh, that's annoying. When is my next parliament? In 3 years. Do they have any forts? Not yet. I keep the spy network just in case. Silos the destroy enemy. Casus belli. The option to create it. Stability. Slowly, tax base is rising a bit, but it's not going to be anything major for a while. Do I have 3 weapon things? Yes, I do. Gonna need some. I have 5 disloyal subjects because of this one. This is maintainable. I don't want to raid them from their slings. I want to conquer at the same time as taking slaves. The laws. One thing, I'm using the parliament only for I'm using the parliament only for conquest so far because the laws we start with are perfectly fine. Feudal administration like might change for central council. Actually, I will once I don't have food problems because efficiency of the cabinet is it's really good. You give me all the cabinet efficiency I can get. For still a majority here. This will take some time to convert. There's actually quite a bit of people here. And we also have a tribe. Smell a bit here. Oh well. It's not coming back. I could have annexed him a long time ago, I didn't check. I made a mistake on this, but it's going to be fine. This is actually the first considerable spike or economy we'll have. Since we'll get the gold mine and it will be a core since I will accept the culture. Which will put us above the culture cap. Do we have any of those pops? No, we don't, so I cannot show it. But it will cost like one full culture cap cost. We are missing weapons again, right? Rocket on this production, just to be sure that's not the problem. Did AI, like, yeah, AI build that Kawa barrack here? Both are closed, perfect. And that's already enough, I don't need the third one. Sugar is the best one for economy. And lumber will help keep all the costs down, I think. Maybe not yet though. Actually, we'll use that money to not have to buy as much food here. That's tragic. Did the Black Death just skip right over us? Looks like it did. Hell yeah! Alright! Meaning we probably will have another plague at some point, because we didn't get hit by the Black Death, right? Actually, we still got some resistance to the bubonic plague. Good stuff. We need the casus belli. Give me. Yes, please. Serfdom is really good. They have 7k. I have more. We will wait for the winter to be over so I can actually move my troops. Since this would again block my movement. Let's look for privileges we might be able to grant. We are not yet maxing the Jabbar, and I want more loyalty for my clergy, so actually I will go for the clergy. Because more research progress. Make it a little less tragic. So we annex this one, then this, then one of those two, then probably this. I didn't culture convert this guy, right? Yeah, it's time. I don't need this troop in the next war. And force culture. We work on the Afars. The only one I need to culture convert and those. Yeah, actually, let's culture convert the last Afar. Now there should not be an Afar country. Yeah, they are no longer, it's just not updated yet. And now we can declare this war. We'll keep all my my troops together though, since they still have 7,000. It's going to be a slower war. I will take the siege here so I can get this subject. I'm going to put down the speed to 6. Try to walk on my allies. Not good. Get me slaves. We'll get thousands of slaves here. It's going to be perfect. Money. I would prefer if they expanded the forms here in Talo. Get these slaves. Look at the population growth. Population is everything. Everything for the scaling at least. It's not always this as good in the instant, but it tells your potential. Levies raised probably reduced the production as well because there was less peasants. It should go back up. We can speed back up, there's no maneuvering to be done anymore. Yeah, levies went back on. Food went back good. Don't need to maintain these guys anymore. Actually, 150. You just became useless. Delete. For the next wars, this will be back up. Now we are at a point where we will slowly let our money tick up so we can build a city here. Yeah. I don't think we will have the... Yeah, I think we will build before having this anyway. It's going to cost us 50 gold more, but so be it at some point. We will need a farming village though. Is there anywhere where a farming village, not a farming market village, where would it make the most money? Vancouver still. Arara I'm going to upgrade, so I'm not going to build in there. Probably here. Since it increase a bit more the access on my sugar. Villages. Great. How much money could I take? Actually, I wanted the money more than the more land for now. They're also less annoying to release because you don't need to select a character for them all the time. And we now are starting to look like a juicy Ethiopian empire. here. The integration is near complete. Next, money injection. I think they built nothing yet. Built a bit here. Those legumes will need to be maxed out. And tallow. Will hate us again. Culture is changing really fast in that area. That's going to be good once they have once they are mostly Amara, we start annexing this. This one is not too bad to wait for because it has not really started converting here, but we might have to annex it anyway. We will see, we will see. Now I need to accept this new culture. Sidama. It's going to hurt us a bit. Should have wars on the next month. Yep. This is now mostly Amara. So we move this one here. Let me take care of this one because it's not cores. Still have no proximity here, but at least it's able to track because it's not too low. Like if I click here, for example, yeah, it's no longer able to track. Here it's still not too tragic, so it's able to track. Yeah. It was not able to track here earlier. I love the new arrows that there is for proximity, by the way, new patch. The same way for rivers when you click on a tile. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I love it. It shows me the entire river. This is actually a rather large river basin. Damn. The Nile. The inflation will reduce itself over time as I lose control there. Actually. Let's just make a bailiff. Serious. Yemen is not able to help in this. They would ferry like 500 men at a time. There is a need to be able to build proper ships before banking, to be fair. It's a bit ridiculous, especially since some of the countries had actually rather large fleets before it, especially in the Maghreb. Like Castile starts with a fleet because a special library and things, but Morocco, that a few years just after the start destroyed the Castilian fleet, start with no fleet. It's a bit ridiculous. Free slaves. So once we have our city in Barara, probably in about 5 years, in about 5 years I think. Once we have the city in Barara, we move the capital. We make paper there so we can move the capital there, because we can't move capital without paper right now. Lack of paper. And that's probably around where I will end recording this one, because then I'll have the first setup, and maybe I'll merge more in one video, but for now that's going to be it, I think. Been sitting long enough. And to be fair, because I'm recording, I'm also less focused. I'm thinking about the fact that I'm not talking most of the time right now, instead of actually going on my trade here and trying to manage this optimally to make it better. Yeah, moving the capital to Barara will actually increase the proximity here quite significantly, so more money. It actually increased the proximity here as well, because it tracks easier into this. See, it's not even going over here to get here, it's going all the way around, just because this path is way better. So Barara as a capital is significantly better to get control here. To be fair, Zikwala might be even better, but it has 3 directly surrounding wastelands. I don't know. It's a bit better to have control over this and this, but then it's more tiles to get down and control onto Somali. Because so one of the things Ethiopia is so good with projecting proximity later on, that you don't need to have a governor in here at all. It will all be above 60 control, no matter what, with the capital in Barara. Same for all this here. So you can keep your governor to make one in like Alodia here, so you have big control over all this. And this is already good control. You make another one around here, right next to the lake that is here. And then you get really good control over all of this in H3. It's just Ethiopia being insanely good for proximity. It allows things that other countries can't really hope for. My vassal got a claim. Is Backlin allied to anyone that matters? No, it isn't. So when I said if we have good windows to expand in the north, that's what we will do. And Alodia is starting to take over. Yeah, the Kazbelayan on the subject, right? Following through on threat.
And I have already like a core here. I just made a mistake. I just lost 500 pops for being a dumbass. I hate when the speed does this. The battle ended instantly, so it never lowered the speed back. Do they have regulars? No, just more on to retreat to Lalibea. Let's get off the mountain before winter at least. Fabricate Casus Belli in the south here. Finish this. Nah, we are not removing my baby. Oh no. Not on my gold. Wait. Oh yeah, it's because capital is not moved yet. Nice. He's not a subject. He is, but he's not in the war. Why are his troops so much better than mine? Institutions are starting to spread. So this subject here will get the institution way before me from Yemen. Once it's in Adan, then I use the subject to share institutions on myself. That's the only way you can get them at a reasonable speed, and then once they are all in your capital, you annex the subject. So you should be closer to 20% support. Institutions in Ethiopia are tragic. You can try to play for printing press though. Which is at a saving grace left. Give me the money. Give money. They are all wrong religion, wrong culture as well here. I'll feed, I think I'll feed this subject as much as I can. It's not too bad, but they're already being max taxed. It works because this is just a stockade. Can walk through that. Do they have troops left? No, they don't. Slaves. Only location on 6. I don't want to feed him too much though. give him this. Or I'm just gonna... I'll make him bigger actually. Yeah, I'll make him bigger than the others. He's far. And he's already right culture, right religion. Just me. I cannot marry until 1 month passed. Stick. No? I'm there's nothing. Didn't get a good wife, but his stats are much better than his father. So there's that. This is the subject. Yeah. So what I do, I need to take the war goal first, yeah. Come on, siege. We will do something. Settings, maximize tick speed, save. Now it's running really fast, but it's actually laggy as hell if I try to move my... Not when it's paused, but when it's not paused. Actually, no. Vassal. Money. Give me maps. Give me more maps. Yeah, next their subject, and now we have one more for it. One more. Influenza. Yeah, ignore that. Run it fast. I said. We complete their state. And we give this. So now he's big. This is a core, essentially. This guy already culture converted, so simplification this one. No, not this one, this one. That's the build. That's already a core. Custom subject. A small guy. And now we're ready for our next dude. Time to go gore him up. It's only still full max control on this. 30 max control there, so it's not going to crash much more. I forgot. I don't need this anymore. No more lag needed. Give me my slaves. I maxed out improve opinion with most of my subjects. Let's see how rival the man looks yet. Doesn't seem quite healthy. If it gets them to deck on me. So now we also control the tin, but it's not in our trade. We'll have to build a lot of trade power in Adan. Not be cut off or just invade Yemen straight up. Which actually might be the better option since we need lead. We will definitely need the lead later on. H3 onward, that is a must. And we don't have enough lead to upgrade our gun buildings in H4 or 5. Yeah, so it's going to be only for the books, nothing else. A few months and I can start indexing this guy. Has he started converting here? He did. So I think I'll annex Gonga first actually. Yeah, Gonga first. Aniara, I mean, the Gonga culture. Start to improve with them. And them. Because they are next on the list, essentially. culture. This is about to be this one. They won't be able to make majority Amara because the Somali culture is still too strong. I will need to start force converting the Somali subjects. Oh, game crashed. No? I opened oh yeah, the text files. This one should have mostly core. Yeah, all cores. So I'll be just getting my diplomats up so I can start enforcing cultures. Lose two and this one. That will weaken Somali, which I think is stronger than Mara right now. We are about to get the gold mine here. It's going to take quite some time to convert this. It's going to be faster once I move my capital to Barara. I forgot that the trade range is going to be very good. Still spending a hell of a lot on food. But I need to save money. Yeah, I'll just... Until I have my city, I'm not paying on food. Alright. What? I'll let it go down a bit because I don't want to be too low on this. As I said, as tribesmen settle here, that's going to be cores. And to be fair, once the colonies stop, once the colony is completed, we have more money, but then we will just colonize here. Or a gold mine. And once that's stabilized, we explore this because there's two other gold mines. One here and one here by memory. And at some point we'll start trying to increase development, at least in our core areas. At least on the capital minimum. Get it to 20. Get it to 20 at least, like this whole state. So we have some consumption and we will bring as much people as we can here. Once they lose our town, the population capacity will be much better. Much better. This would be really good. That's actually a really cheap market village. Now we will need 10% from event for it to pass. It would finish the conversion of power essentially. Almost all the remaining zoons would be made. Would be making less design. Sadly didn't pass. Administrative education. Always. What? What? Eh? That's my son. Why is he not in the line of succession? He's a bastard. Oh my god. Give me my city faster. Who the f... No, mom. Is there no way to like legitimize it? No. Three months or so before we can start founding a town in Barhara. I don't know how it's said and I'm pronouncing it different every time, so maybe once it would be right. Actually just cancel the raising levies. I know other vassals would take care of it. Yeah, this is good. They converted really good. This guy convert himself back? No? Why is not converting Balo? this vassal is ready for integration as well. Do I go for the crown character anyway? He's old. Throne power lowering to 2% is not too bad here. Yeah, it's worth. I'll get half of that money back from the vassal. Yemen joined. I just get the slave then. We got good borders. If we zoom out, it's really good borders. Just need to clean that one up. Oh, fast is one will integrate. Enforce. Converting out? No? Wait, why is he not converting? He's Mephysite, right? Not Homo. But they are not converting the Homo. Unfortunate. We can increase to a town here. Then we make paper. Then we wait for money to be able to move capital. And then we'll have proximity here, so gold will make a lot more money. And priority will be to get a road from here to here, and one to Gondar. Axum, I mean. To be able to put our governor in Axum. So we are 30 years in. The economy just started moving. This is when we just annexed the vassal and everything was like on 100 control. So it's a fake spike. Just down it a bit so it keeps lowering slowly. I hate that they are making a tall castle. So once those three, yeah, we integrate towards here because propagate control really good with this river, at least for this year. The Waro is right next to capital. This is right next. This is also easy to get control over there. So we annex this. We take all this one, those two. This doesn't necessarily need to be integrated, but they are converting culture really good, so actually they might go first. This one will already be full course. Tigrinya, I just need to accept that culture and it's rather cheap. I'm already above though, so I won't do it only once I have integrated that. And I might not do it for now because so long as there's two countries with this, these guys get more to convert here. And later on, propagating here with only a few roads is extremely easy. Through a few roads and bridges. We have enough so that when this is up, we can already make paper. Otherwise, the price here would be 138. Hates me. So I don't think he's going to be able to convert Somali, but we'll let him do a bit more still before annexing this one, which is also a great option to annex. I don't know why this guy is not converting here. Forgot to turn off the fort. Paper. I went over it, and marketplace. Then for 1 month we will put all the sliders to 0, so it's cheaper to move capital. I'll take the legitimacy it. Thank you. Start improving again. Oh, it's maxed. There were administrators. That's bad. Actually, dramatic and divorce. Just for a bit. Serfdom, more serfdom. About that, I'm not caring about this. Integrated. Trying to force culture on both of those. All three. They're so small. small, they don't matter at all if they rebel. I just wait for the marketplace, and this is also hiring. Let's check. 121 sliders down, it will be cheaper. Them. He's alone. Completely alone. That's good. Let my income crash for 1 month. It's not even crashing much. We are still saving about 40. And now we are moving capital finally. So we will end in January, probably. And now that's when Ethiopia actually starts to really move forward. We have not built an economy all this time. And we are right about to build one. Actually, I'll finish this economy as well. Just to make it proper. Actually, I'll do this one because I'm going to instead start developing my capital, my future capital. That's not what I should have done. That's a mistake. How was I moving there? Oh, we wait. We wait for the new capital to call the parliament. Actually, I might let that parliament pass. Because I don't need to be at 100 decentralization. And just 10 lower is going to mean I actually annex a little faster. Because right now it's not looking that good. Oh yeah, about the proximity. Now I have some proximity here. 19.42, so I have like control that goes almost to 50. Gold is going to be a lot better just from this. And then here I also actually want to build a library, but I need books, right? Yeah, I don't have enough for the books yet. I will just clean it up a bit before ending. Finishing and mixing auto. So long as they keep revolting PC, it's extremely favorable for me. So I'm slowly. That's why I'm not converting everyone at once. Then it actually gets destroyed. Research progress. So the next town is right next to Koala. It's also going to be a town. Former capital and probably a town. And this probably a town because stone is really good, so it's better to upgrade it. They didn't get any slaves anyway. We build the library. I forgot to make books. That will stall, right? Actually, no, I think I have enough. I don't think I need to cancel. Alliance from Alodia, hell no. I'm starting to think about going after them. I finished my colony. It's time for the other one. This guy is going to try it. Don't do it, Anakin. What about the institutions? It's getting there, it's getting there. I'm also spreading it slowly here. Yeah, it is spreading, definitely. You have meritocracy. And you're loyal. And now it's going to spread fast. Yeah, much faster. Now the borders are getting cleaned up significantly as well. There might be a need for some conversion, but that's not an emergency. This is probably the next annexation. Unless I wait for it to convert more Somalis. And I go for this instead. Probably the play and dirt here, since it's all cores. Don't have a core here. As for the proximity, kind of good in most of the country. The one that will be expensive is getting the road here. I need to make sure the prices are trashed here, so I will need to make more masonry. Lower it as much as I can. Are they following? Just allow them to attach. I hate that I'm not the war leader in this. Making everything stall. This is so annoying. Like, this war is completely over. It's 100% war score, no one else in the war. And AI is for some reason not piecing it out. This is so insanely annoying. My burgers have built quite 2 roads here. 3 actually. This guy is not independent. Getting back tax here. Almost there. They are starting to convert good on the Somalis. Oh, this one finished converting. Yeah, that's the core I just gained, I think. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Having an actual economy, I need books. I can build a rogue segment here soon-ish. Gold. And now the economy is growing steadily. It's just going to keep growing at this rate. Let's end on a round number. 75 unless it's an hour or something. I just want to see how fast is this going. It's fast enough, I just want the full course there, so I'll go and do something else first then. Alright, now that we have researched all that I had put in the initial list, and that I somewhat explained, let's look at the rest. So better military, always good. Lower cost, of course, is always excellent, especially when we have this many modifiers to actually improve our court. Trade range is very, very good, and so is stability. And we will need to start improving our literacy as well. Trying to figure out. So trade capacity. I'll go with trade capacity first. And in case I have to fight a big war, I'll go with the 4 military ones. Then the trade range. Stability. Trade advantage there. And I'll go with this. And the loyalty for nobles. After that, it's probably going to be really close to the institution, so I don't want to really take much more than that. Yeah, because I'm getting meritocracy really fast. And I'm about to start getting dues. My subject doesn't get them yet, but once they are in Hadan, he does, right? Some of his locations are in Hadan. Same with those ones here. In meritocracy, what is really good? The efficiency, obviously, tax efficiency always. Power projection means you take your colonies faster a bit, so that's perfect. Road, very good. And speed of integration, really good. Stability investment cost also kinda good. I don't care for the estate enrichment and those ones. They are useful. Trade efficiency also we will go for. They are useful, but I will only go for them if I'm running out of other researches. A bit like, or if they are needed on the way to something else. A bit like the administrative efficiency, legislative efficiency, which does literally nothing in the game except the implementation speed of laws and like reducing the cost to implement them or change them. Did it go up another %? Let's see. Is he still converting or not? Yeah, 20 a month. Yeah, it's still going to take some time. This is the next one, just because of... Actually, he's already maxed out. He won't like me more than this. What we'll do with this one? Enforce region, since he already did the culture. I don't know who else we are next then. We'll just wait on this one to have converted just a little more, so I don't have to care for it. Or actually no, I'll just annex it. I'll do it myself. It won't be that much to do. Since I have to work dues. I'm pissed that this one barely converted here. I'm missing weapon. In the Barara market. So I need to make a weapon. Yeah, and until then, no paying for colonies. I'll need to make also charcoal right here. I'll soon be making spy network again on Somalia and finishing it up. There will be no Somalia left. And once there is no Somali country left as well, the culture power will completely crash and it will be very easy to convert. But I will leave one actually, just just to improve the cultural opinion, I think. Unless I already go for Nubian, which has even more people. It's only 800,000. Yeah, maybe I'll go directly for Nubian. That's in about 15 years though that I can do it again. Tax base steadily raising. I should start paying for food again. For real. Just improve the food in the areas that tend to miss to lack it. Yeah, I'm paying quite a bit. Should not have done it. With Yemen again. Yemen in every single independence war. Who's the leader? So I can separate peace all the others. But Swakin I cannot peace for anything because Yemen it will be a white peace. Sure. That's basically 40%. To be fair, that's like one problem solved. What about religion here? Majority Miaphysite, I can move. Convert me. Let's get ready to just end it. The war is done. I overdid it a bit. 6 disloyal vassals. It's not as bad as in the multiplayer where we had like 22 vassals and 12 disloyal. It was about the same time here. I might be a bit stronger in MP, but the mod also makes it a bit easier. To be fair, actually I'm quite a bit stronger in MP. Because I'm actually paying for my manpower building. And I explored this. But I'm not sure it will pass. I'll try it. No. No way. It's bad as well. But it's urban building cost, so let's use it too. get some urban buildings. What else is going to make me a lot of money? Jewelry, obviously. I'll make 2. I will soon need tanneries because I will in fact turn on my manpower building soon. Lock it on this. This is iron, right? Yeah, it's going to produce enough soon. Doesn't seem to... Oh, I passed over. Just send them on to sea. Just want to make sure I'm not in a major shortage here. No, the price is not even letting up. And this is making profit. What about this? Still no profit there. This is going to colonize just fine. I will need to make more weapons because I'm going to turn this on soon. This is all Libya, so yeah, I can actually turn it on in Axle. Somewhere here, right? This one is already on. And there is 2. The other one is Libya. Will still turn off. Let's see what it does. It should drive up demand a bit. So this should, yeah, tiny thing. Might not even be anything. To be fair, might just be controlled somewhere else. Like this here. And we are spreading ever better control now. This is going down a bit. Those won't go down much because soon I'll be making roads and bridges. This is going up massively towards that direction. When I have a road going to the mine, this is going to be like 70. And it's in a mountain as well. We end it here for today.